wife and I had a baby recently. We have a 7-week-old, we have a 3-year-old as well. And by my wife and I, no, I didn't do shit. Don't even clap for me. I didn't do shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know I talk a lot of shit about women, and it's mostly because you're fucking idiots. You really are. Let's be honest. You're all at least 3% retarded. I mean, they're afraid to do the research. Like, scientists would never do it, because then you wouldn't let them have your stupid vagina. You know what I mean? It's like a terrible thing. Nobody wants to even bring it up. Should we do that? I don't know. I just think it's terrible. We had a baby, right? And my wife did everything. I didn't do anything. All I did is not pull out one time. That's all I did. See, I'm willing to tell you. All I did is went, what? Leave it in? Okay. Like I made like a face and I made a face and a sound. I looked like I had a seizure for 9 seconds. That's all I did. She did everything, okay? My hat's off to you, ladies. You, the baby thing, that's all you. My wife carried a baby for like 9. She grew a human being inside of herself. That blows my mind. She actually grew a human being inside of her body. She can't bear out the DVD player, but she actually grew a human being. She had the courage to bring a young person into this world. Like, she had the courage to create a human and bring it into this world, this crazy world we live in. She had the courage to do that, but she can't pass a semi on the highway. You know what I mean? I'm scared. I got an idea. Why don't you drive next to it for 10 minutes? And that's what I do when I'm afraid of big shit, stupid. I hover 9 inches from it. I tell people this story all the time. We banked at a bank, and I'll leave nameless, because you never know who's in your audience, right? But I'll never forget 5 years ago, I walked into a Pittsburgh office, right? We got offices in North Carolina, we got offices in Pittsburgh. You know, the Pittsburgh offices, when I walk in, wait till you hear what happens. I walk in, now remember, make a difference. Fueled by a purpose. No, fueled by a passion. Driven by a purpose. Defined by pride. I walk in, my financial person, watch the face, she's very serious. She says this, we need to talk. I said, excuse me, she said, we should have a conversation. I said, about what? She said, our bank. I said, what about our bank? She said, I don't think our bank is enjoying the ride. I said, well, that's funny, Heidi. I said, what do you propose? She said, we should get a new bank. I said, oh, we'll just wake up tomorrow with all the corporate accounts and everything we're doing, even our credit card merchant service, we'll just do it all. She said, okay, you can be funny if you want me. She said, I'm going to tell you, you go ahead and try to find somebody in this office that will even make the deposit. I said, excuse me? She said, nobody wants to make the deposit. Have you been to our bank? I go, no. Is it that bad? She goes, well, I'll tell you what, we all knew that we would get this struggle, so we saved a week's worth of deposits for you to make. I said, it can't be that bad. Now, you'll love this one. I'm leaving the office, right? I'm leaving the office, and another employee named Michelle. They're all in on it, hollers at me. Steve, I said, yeah, Michelle. You going to the bank? I said, yes. She said, we hope you get Nikki. I said, who's Nikki? Oh, you'll know Nikki. I walk into a bank, I haven't been in a bank in a while, and I've been at banks, I speak to banks, it's been fun, you know. I enjoy speaking. But let me share this with you. I walked into this bank that day, and I hadn't been there in a while. Name a maze. There's nothing wrong with that maze, except, what's the sign say in front of the maze? I hear it, exactly. Wait here for the next angry teller. There's a guy behind me. Precious man, I wish I knew who he was. I didn't turn the whole way, I went like this. Do you know any of the tellers? He said, all I want to know is Nikki. I said, who's Nikki? He said, down here at the end. I looked down there, and you're next in line. That's it, you get a nod. I said to this guy, I said, now I do want to turn around, right? I do want to draw attention to what I was about to say. I said, all she does is nod. He said, that's right, if she nods once, don't make her nod twice. I I said, what happens then? He said, it'll get ugly. I said, she's going to talk today. He said, how do you know? I said, because I'm here. He said, you one of those mystery shopper kind of persons? I said, no, I'm not a mystery shopper, but I said, I'm a customer that banks here, and I think she ought to do something other than nod. Meanwhile, he said he got a load of the other ones. I said, folks don't need you. I never even looked at. There's 3 more of them. You ready? Here's the list. You ever work around a person like this who does not care? They're the ones that say, what difference does it make? I'm not going to make no difference. What difference does it make? This was Elizabeth to the far right. You work on this deal? I got next person. She's exhausted. Well, after all, it's 10 o'clock. She's been there since 8:30. You work around those people, don't you? How about the ones that retire on the job? Don't you love that? 1 year, 4 months, 3 weeks and 2 days. I'm out of here. Why don't you do us all a favor and leave now? Here we go. You ready? Then there's Cedric. This was Cedric. It's how we're going like this. I get up the next person in line, please. Serious. Then I love Aaron. Then it was Nicky. I get to the front of the line, I gotta love this one. See, I believe this. You can write this down, you can take notes, and you can put this in your heart. Love what you do. Never forget why you do it. Because if you ever stop loving what you do, never forget why you do it, then you do your organization a favor and go do something else. Because you're not fueled with a passion to pull it off every day like you should, and you definitely will not make a difference. I get to the front of the line, the guy behind me now is my accomplice. I don't have any idea who he is, what his name is, but all of a sudden I hear this when I get to the front of the line. She's ready. I said, I can see that. Now, I had watched not to make eye contact, right? Because as soon as I'm going to make eye contact, you know what's going to happen. I looked right at her. The guy behind me said, oh, no. She nodded a second time, and after she nodded a second time, she gave me that, hey, idiot, with the arm kind of movement, like, he said, you're really upset now. You want to know why we don't want the bank, man? She hollered this at me. Son, are you next? Oh, she was upset. Man, like Colin Seinfeld. I ran down. Man, I ran down. I actually slid the under. I come flying back in front of her. You know what this is now? He just popped into my head, so you're going to have to take my apology. But I thought it was kind of funny. I looked at her and I said, are you Mickey? She said, yeah. I said, are you happy? She said, yeah. I said, well, here's the tip. Tell your face, because I don't think it knows.
Blue Collar Radio. Give it up for my serious radio there. Blue Collar Comedy. I love that. And I just want to let you know that that's what I love about being a trucker and being out here on the road alone. That's what gets me by is serious radio and comedy, because laughter is the best medicine. I love it. That's all I know to say. It's being a trucker right here on the road. For many of us, it's a lonely life, and comedy is the best medicine. Okay, that's my broadcasts are basically going to be short and sweet, about maybe 10 minutes or less for right now. Until this channel grows. So I want to say to all my listeners, if I have any at all, no one sent me messages to let me know, hardly, except a shout out to Linda, who has, and thank you for that. I love you all, and bid you a sweet good night, and blessings. Keep God in your heart. Talk to Him every day. That'll get you through. It's all it takes. I'm not religious. I'm just spiritual. I do believe in God. I believe that Jesus walked the face of this planet, and He died for our sins. I know that these comedy shows, they have a lot of comedians on that, they use God's name in vain. I don't really like it, but, hey, it is what it is. I listen to it. If they overuse it, I change the channel to a different comedy network. Um, that's pretty much it. I can only endure God's name in vain for so long, and I switch channels, back and forth. That's what we all do, don't we? But comedy, wow, that's what gets you by, isn't it? Thank you for listening. And again, I'm giving a shout out to all the truckers that want to, send messages, let me know your thoughts. And I appreciate that. Tell me what it's like out there on the road for you. What you think about traffic, being on the road, away from family, friends. Tell me your stories. Share it with me, and I'll share it on the air. Okay? Good night and God bless. Thanks for listening.